Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Dan, and this is Tweet FPV. Glad to have you all here this morning. Things are getting interesting. Making some coffee. Love that sound. Yeah, that's the trailer hitch that took out the 250. Yeah, I gotta make some coffee this morning. Good way to kick off the live stream. If anything, it'll at least smell good. You know what I'm saying? Free Lojo, glad to have you here this morning. Mike Bergman, good to see you. William Tam, Wrong Way FPV, good morning. Borked, glad to see you here. Nerdcopter, welcome. I just want to put out a PSA. If anybody's interested in getting some FPV radio grips, kind of like what I got on this here radio, I would recommend doing that probably this weekend. The the store will be closed the month of July, and I'll probably stop taking orders this Wednesday. So if you haven't gotten your order in, I'd get it now. Otherwise, you just have to wait. No, Mike Bergman, not a Chinese guitar. This is a Java Press. I think it's a conical burr coffee grinder. Not brewing anything special this morning. This isn't. I think it's just some Costco special coffee. It smells pretty good still. Yep, Mike. That is the trail hitch that took out the 250. Good morning, Dan. Glad to have you here. TK, good morning. Yeah, Smell-O-Vision. I'd have a hell of a lot more viewers than 26 if it was Smell-O-Vision. Does anybody not like the smell of coffee? It's a Swedish bean enlarger. Oh, man. That's about it. Yep, that's it. All gone. Ugh, I gotta clean this thing. It's looking kind of nasty in there. All right. So this is about 11 grams of coffee. Which usually what I do is 11 grams to whatever amount of water I use in this thing. This morning I'll be using an AeroPress. God, it smells so good. Grab water. Good timing as the water just finished boiling. Let's go to the side camera. Alright, so this morning I'll be using an AeroPress. Really started using this quite a bit lately, and this has the new flow control nozzle on it. 11 grams of just coffee goodness right there. Let's see if I got good focus on that. There we go. You guys probably can't see shit in there. Yeah, oh, it's hot. There we go. The grinder's not the most consistent, but it's not bad. Getting down to like about a espresso type grind, and then just gonna fill it up to the number 4 on the side there. All right. Oh, that's looking nice. Yeah, I can't focus it any better than that. Give a little bit of a stir. There's some really crazy methods to use an AeroPress. Not do anything crazy like that, but I usually let it sit there and steep for about 2 minutes. Start timer. Unless I forget about it. Oh, man. Mike Bergman loves the smell of coffee, just does not like the flavor. Well, yeah. Does that thing power submarines? Too soon? Not really. Nerdcopter says, so many FA videos today. What did I miss in like 2 days? So yeah, actually, I was in the middle of uploading mine. I had to stop it because my internet sucks. So Bruce Simpson, ex-Jet, man doing more for Flyers in the United States than most people in the United States. He's rallying the community to make videos, making the public aware of the FA and remote ID, in the hopes to get news sources to pick up all the basically, if the news picks up what's going on and starts running with it, and gets any traction, it's about the best chance we have of any sort of reform coming into the hobby. Honestly, it's a long shot, but videos aren't that hard to make. Everybody's making them. If you are going to make a video and you're not, you don't normally make videos, think about your audio. I swear there's so many videos, I click on them, and as soon as I hear the audio, I'm like, I can't honestly sit through this. It is awful. Don't worry about your video, like video quality, audio. It is more important than anything else out there. Make sure your audio doesn't sound like absolute shit. If you don't have a microphone, just put your camera closer to your face. Don't talk at your camera from 20 feet away. It's not going to work. No one's going to hear what you're saying, and no one's going to care what you're saying. Audio is so important. All right. There is my 2-minute timer. Back to the bench. All right. And we'll give it a little stir here. Trying to burn the shit out of myself. And then the nice thing about the AeroPress is it's pretty simple. You just got a big plunger, kind of along the lines of that Swedish peen thing that somebody mentioned. Let's see if I can make it so you guys can actually see what the hell's going on here. And all you do is give it a press. Don't press too hard. Just enough. Just building up some pressure. Forcing the water through the grounds. And here we go. I hope you guys enjoy the little coffee breaks that I do once in a while. And if you don't, I don't care. I like coffee. And this will make even a not good roasted coffee taste fairly good. It's not very over extracted. So it doesn't get that like sour flavor. And there's whole competitions devoted to the AeroPress here. It is basically a individual cup system. You're not making coffee for everybody. You're just making it for yourself. There we go. And there is 1 cup of AeroPress coffee. There we go. Let's fix the exposure. There we go. That's it. And AeroPress, super easy to clean up. If you guys, I'm not trying to sell AeroPress, but like, if you guys have never used one, super simple. Like, you want good coffee on the road? All it is one little paper filter, and then you hit the plunger, and all the grounds go shooting out of there right into the trash. Provided you do it over a trash can. Oh, excited about this cup of coffee. It smells so good. Yeah, Mike Bergman, people are finally starting to realize the weight of the situation. I don't think most of the people who it's going to apply to really realize what is coming. I have not heard anybody who has a typical fixed-wing flying channel mention it. I have a feeling that most people who fly airplanes like this guy up here have no clue that this shit's coming for them, because it's going to. Steamed up the camera lens. Yes, it did. That's so good. Yep, they're going to keep a database of your flights and of your historical flights. So I don't like that. Morton Upsuch says, I do 4 minutes on French press. Yeah, French press, a bit coarser of a grind and a little bit longer steep. This is using pressure to extract the coffee goodness out of the ground coffee. So a little bit different process, and there's a lot of variations to it. Oh, that's good coffee. Good coffee. North 49 RC, good morning to you. It's a shot. It's better than sitting back and doing nothing. Yeah, you're right. Bork says audio is 99% of a good video. I agree. It can even be a video about almost nothing. But if the audio is good, it'll at least get you to stick around for a bit. As soon as the audio turns on and it's bad, I'm out. Yeah, I've always complained about Daniel's audio quality on the iGao stuff. It's like, you're doing it for this long. Splurge for like a DJI 2 mic pack or something. I know they're probably doing it through their stinking iPhone or some shit like that, but still, come on. Oh, yeah, there was one guy that started bringing firearms into the remote ID argument. I don't know exactly how he got there, but I cringed as soon as I heard some Second Amendment debate stuff come up into it. I'm like, oh, God, please don't do that. Oh, man. 100% over extraction is not good for coffee. No, it is not. Nope. I put a poll up asking, do you think the FAA will push back the remote ID due date for hobbyists? And just as a reminder, nope, not that one. Here we go. We have 68 days. I don't know how I got to 90 on the last stream, but it's 68 days. 68 days. And you and me need to register our drones, if you haven't already, have remote ID, and play all these fun games. Morton, I agree to an extent, but I think that is more of a divisive topic than remote ID. So I think keeping them separate would be a better idea. It would do us better to keep the two separate, but it is very, very one and the same. Fixing pilots who are serious about this hobby do know what's coming. It's a stubborn geriatrics that will ignore remote ID. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'm afraid you're 100% correct there. People saying it's easier to buy a gun than a drone? No, not at all. Not one bit. Nope. Yeah, that's who it was. Curry Kitten. Yeah, stay in your country and stay the fuck out of our politics. Yeah. I was very much eye rolling when I heard his. He could have cut the video before that and we would have been good, but nope. Easier to buy a cannon, maybe, or a tank. Yeah. Morton, that's perfect. I get it. It's like knowing a tomato is a fruit, but shouldn't go in a fruit salad. Yep. Comply but don't transmit. That's the same as not complying. North 49 RC. I'm assuming you're in Kazakhstan. Firearms are in Canada are not a right. They're privileged to own one. Been taken away as well. No right to defend yourself at all. Fat Pastor brought up the firearms thing a few times. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of videos out there. I haven't watched all of them, just a few of them. I've been super busy this last couple of days. Up on the roof this morning, cleaning gutters. Not my idea of a fun time. Transmit inside of copper tape. Yeah. All right, guys. So this morning, we're definitely talking about remote ID because that's the hot topic right now, and it will be until the end of August because it's super relevant right now. But a couple other things we have to do today. If you want a set of radio grips, go get them while you can. Today we'll be giving away the monthly giveaway drone. This is a custom build. It is a Steel 5 with a Haifeng F7 stack. I think it's a Panda RC VTX, an Archer M Plus receiver, and Emax Eco 2 2306. What was the KV on these guys? These are 1900 kV. Sweet spot for 6S. And then a big Razor camera on it. And this one is set up for 3D flight. Good components if you want to fly it like a normal quad, but it's already pre-set up for 3D. You just have to make sure you map your switches properly. And she's good to go. We'll be giving that away today at 11:45. It's 11:20 right now. If you haven't gotten in on the giveaway, you know where to go to get to it. I assume you know where to go to get to it. If you don't know where to go to get to it, you need to figure it out. Let's see, how many people do we have entered for this giveaway? I will say right now, it is not the highest quality components. It was built with the idea that this thing is going to get trashed, so don't spend a ton of money on it. Frame's decent. The frame was way better than I thought it'd be. It was a clone of the Apex. Not a bad frame. Emax Eco 2s. I have a love-hate relationship with the Eco 2s. I feel like I love the price point, but I don't like the quality. They just don't work. They have not worked well for me. The original Ecos, nice. I like those things a lot. The VTX is kind of noisy. The camera is old-ish. I mean, it's a brand new camera, but it's a older model. But it looks decent. And then an Archer M Plus, which is just, it's an easy receiver to use. Let's see. We have 26 people signed up for this giveaway. That's a 1 in 26 chance to win this quadcopter. Obviously, you got to pay for shipping because I'm not giving USPS my money for no reason. Of the 26 people who have, there's a small poll when you sign up. 5, that's almost 20% of the people say, nope, I don't want to try 3D, and 23% of them say, no, I don't want it set up for 3D. So that's a bit up from before. So there you go. Mike Bergman says a 3D part shouldn't be good. A 3D quad shouldn't be Gucci parts. I agree. Unless 3D flying is your thing, then yeah, okay, that makes sense. But this is a perfect platform to learn how to fly 3D. It's 5-inch 6S. It's got a ton of power, so you can really bail yourself out, and you can also put yourself in a really bad situation all at the same time. Yeah. If anyone ran a 250 on a 03, I mixed up a nice ton. I think. Did I put a? I thought I put an 03 in my 250. I did not. I think what happened is I ended up building the AOS 3.5 with the 03. Spent some time drafting up a mount for the Flywoo Focus U Flywoo M8 GPS for the AOS 3.5. I think it's about done enough. I mean, it'll get the job done. It ain't pretty, but it's going to go right there on the quad. So my batteries mount a little bit farther back, so plenty of space up there. Need a mount for the Axie on the 250. The way I mounted my my antenna on the 250 is I just zip tied it to the back standoff. But I built my 250 with 6S in mind, so I kept as much 3D printed stuff off of it as possible. Just it's right at 250 with a 6S 380 milliamp pack and a Vista. So I need to get better at 3D modeling. I'm fairly proficient at it, but I feel like if people ask me for my step files, or not step files, but like whatever the Fusion 360 files are, they would look at them and just vomit. It ain't pretty. By the time I'm done with something, it's like, how many squares did you make within 1 millimeter of each other? As many as it took. Yeah, it's they're ugly, ugly. But yeah. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. It is hot AF out today, and I've got warnings for flood warnings, thunderstorm warnings, and extreme heat. So, yeah. So a little bit of everything. See, we looked last week at what remote ID modules were available. Oops, wrong screen. Let's see what we have now. Let's go look at that guy. And let's see. We've got drone tag. Let's see. I've seen this one for a while. I don't know if it's just a rendering or if it is actually a remote ID module. I've seen that one for a while. I think when this first kicked off, I saw this one. I don't know who makes it. This Cube Pilot. It's not bad. $39.99. I do believe it does not have GPS built into it. So you are going to have to also have GPS on your quad here, but it's being sold by Get FPV. So far, this seems to be the only reasonable option for us. And I believe the way this is going to work, it's going to hook up to a UART on your flight controller, and it's going to just get telemetry data off your quad. It's 10 grams, so that's not terrible. Not terrible. $40 though. $40 is still an awful lot if you're supposed to have one on every quad, right? Yeah. Go. I hate that. Let's see. Installation settings, updates. Let's see what they got here. Oh, some instructions. Haven't really looked at the instructions for this thing. So it's going to run off CAN bus. So it's going to do I2C, I assume. Or maybe it has the option for CAN. Oh, serial. Here we go. So 5 volts ground, TXRX. So if you have a F405, well, if you have a F411, you're going to be a little short on UARTs. So it's going to have to be on a F405 if you have enough spare UARTs. Custom firmwares? Yeah, I don't like that. I wonder if there's a Betaflight integration for this yet, or if Betaflight is working on integration for remote ID modules. Interesting. Drone tag, this thing is $300. Ugh, no freaking way. No way. Specifications. This has LTE. Yeah, no. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything going on here. Search for... Well, yeah, that's going to require a bit more searching to see if they're actually working on any way to integrate remote ID into Betaflight, which is interesting with the Cube ID. It looks like they're using, what is this? This is, what program is this? Is this iNav? ArduPilot. I think it's ArduPilot, which is interesting. ArduPilot's open source, right? And I didn't think remote ID would be able to be used with open source. I thought it had to be all self-contained of a solution. So, I don't know. We'll see. I bet you more modules start popping up here in the next 30 days. Still a little bit on the early side. I think the market's going to get flooded with these things real soon here. Let's see. Morton says, what's your involvement with iGao? I see you're considered a sponsor, but haven't seen your presence. Yep, I'm just a sponsor. Just offering a product for, like, prizes. That's it. I did iGao, I think I did the first 2 iGaos, and I just found I do not have the time for it. Yeah. I wish I did. I just don't, especially this year. Things are way too busy around here. But I'm happy to support it by giving them basically giving discount codes for free sets of radio grips from the store. Is that module swappable if I put a wire harness on each quad? Yeah. Dang, something's in my eye. Yeah. Yeah, what's the availability for that? I have no idea. F405 or F411. F405, you might have enough UARTs to have your... Well, I think most F405s are, what, 3 UARTs? If they pinned them all out, so you're going to have one for your MSP, for your DJI Air unit, or your VTX, or at least you're going to use one for some sort of VTX control, another one for GPS, another one for your receiver for your controller, and then you're kind of hooped. So it's looking like you're going to have to be in like the F7 realm for this shit to work. Nerdcopter says he hasn't seen any remote ID work in the Betaflight code. More likely check with ELRS. I have seen a while back a proof of concept of Express LRS working and doing all the things remote ID was supposed to do, but the fact that it's open source means it's a no-go for remote ID. Unless that gets changed, I don't see it getting changed, but I think people would be more apt to comply if the equipment they already had worked to do the things that you're supposed to do, and it costs you nothing out of the box. I think people will be more apt to do it. The fact that it's not only now you're on a database, now you have to register your drone, and you have to buy a piece of equipment. I think that's the piece of equipment is what's getting a lot of people. Let's see. Yeah, they go in line with the GPS. There's another expense. Try to make it pack the swap from quad. And so what if? And here's a thought. I know this doesn't apply, but this is just me thinking randomly. What if the remote ID module is entirely built into, say, your Express LRS transmitter? Your radio does logs. It's so you could do who really cares where your quad is? If no one's gonna do anything unless they actually see the quad, and then all you have to do is, well, I don't know. I guess it does need to know where the quad is to make it useful, not just where the operator is. Yeah, I don't know. Never mind. That was a dumb thought. Moving on. Anyone ever get confused over the wiring of power buzzers? Yeah. The ground is what gets switched on and off to turn the buzzer on and off, not the power. Power's hot all the time. What is it called? Not finding it on. It is Cube ID serial module. Here's a link. There you go. Yeah, you'd have to use soft serial, but you would still need pads for that. So you'd have to use like an LED pad and something else. Like, there's not a lot of stuff on a quad that on a flight controller that could be used for soft serial in this case. It's overregulated for me, wrong way. Yeah, I agree. No, I don't entirely agree. I think that saying there needs to be some sort of database way to track people flying these things, I kind of get it, but I don't think for hobbyists it makes sense. I think it only makes sense. My whole argument is this remote ID thing should be exactly the way it is right now, built into production automated drones, DJIs, Autels, Skydios, Parrots, things like that. That is what I think remote ID really needs to be built into, not into this thing or this. I think it just needs to be on the consumer drones. My own personal opinion. I wish it would just all go away. That'd be best. But I think if you're going to make the argument for remote ID, I think it should be targeted towards production drones. I want to feel worry about the cost stop. Yeah. I think flying on your own personal property should be remote ID free. I feel like flying in shielded operations should be remote ID free because who cares? It originally started off, it was all about safety. Safety. If you're below the tree lines, who cares? You're not going to hit any manned aviation because they ain't flying airplanes below trees. Shouldn't be anyways. Then it became a lot of other things. It became Karens wanting to know who's flying where. I don't know. And both fly and fly with release buzzers named Finder. Yeah, I know. Opinion only. Government wants to know where the drones are, unfortunately. And again, they will only understand bigger drones. They barely, if all, understand. They don't understand us. We weren't invited to the conversation. The AMA eventually got a few words in, but I think that they just wanted to play nice to hope that they get grandfathered in. I think they're gonna get screwed. You'll transmit your position. Safety red flag. I 100% agree. I'm curious what information will be public facing, where Karen can log into the drone Pokemon Go app and find the drones. I don't know if there'll be a different set of data that she'll be able to find versus what Ellie will be able to find. That I'm not 100% sure on. I don't like the idea of Karen being able to see a drone in the air and then pull up the operator's location. That's just a recipe for a bad time. Bad time. Someone's eventually going to go up and start pestering someone who's a concealed carrier, and they're going to ventilate that motherfucker. Sorry. It's only a matter of time before things go bad. Bad actors are going to use things to do bad things. And people who are intending to do bad things with drones are not going to comply with this stuff. It doesn't make any sense from a safety standpoint. Like, I don't understand what the whole... I don't know. But the day that UAVs are outlawed, every one of them will crash into the lake. Just don't look for my gun safe, y'all. Shielded, 100%. Shielded and a 1 kilogram. I think it would be a great step in the right direction. Shield operation, 1 kilogram. But again, like, I want to fly this 75 millimeter whoop, and I want to post the video on YouTube. I have to have remote ID on this thing. My Streamlight is failing. I don't know what it is. I'm really hoping it's the power supply. Pokemon Go for Karens. Yep. TK, that, yeah. Let's fix this. Until... There you go. I'll comply with my 5-inch and maybe 5. I'm assuming 5-inch, but reason my 75 whoops are not getting it. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that we get it. The AMA is the NRA for radio controlled flight. They are the RC FUDs. I don't 100% agree with that. But I get your point. For anybody who doesn't know what a FUD is, in the firearms industry, FUD is somebody who is pro Second Amendment rights. You should have a gun, but only for hunting, only for hunting and maybe sporting clays, not self-defense, or like they're considered FUDs. RC FUDs up to this point was Hobbytown. That's their RC FUDs. They're all about everything RC until you start talking about mini quads. Then they ain't got no time for you. I'd be on board if we were talking about above 1 kilogram. Since at that point, a beast quad could do some serious damage. A baby ape, not so much. Yeah, I mean, they can all do damage, but that guy, if it hits you with one of these, you're screwed. Like, this is gonna take. I mean, I think you could. Man, I wish Mythbusters were still around. They'd get like a cadaver pig or something like that and go run one of these into it, see what happens. North 49 RC people see your location on a free app to come steal your gear for the next hit a crack. See, I don't know that the community, I'm going to say community because like the Gen Pop app will see your location. I think they will probably see the fact that your quad's there. And that's really all they should see, not who's operating it, but it should be like maybe a unique ID number. So if they wanted to pass along to law enforcement, like, hey, this quad with this ID number was caught peeping into the window from 2 miles away with their super high def zoom camera to look at nothing that it would be worth looking at. If the app has your location and your information on it, that's gonna be an issue. Still not gonna run road ID on my beast class either. Yeah, I agree. Oh man, it is 11:45. It is time to give away a quad. What are we giving away today? We are like who the? I got a mouse in my pocket. No, just I am giving away this quad here. This is a 5-inch F7 stacked analog 3D flying quad. We'll leave it at that. If you haven't gotten entered into the giveaway, I really recommend you do it like right about now. Otherwise, you're going to be out of time. I know there's about a 40-second delay on a live stream, so I'll give it maybe another 2 minutes. You give me quad now. Yeah, no. Unless you win it, Mike. Are you signed up? Let me see. You signed up? You signed up? Of course you're signed up. You're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're at number 9. You're number 9 to sign up. Mr. Bergman, you're on the list. First person to sign up, Mr. McEwen. You're always number 1 on the list. 28 people signed up. You have a 1 in 28 chance to win a quad. 1 in 28 chance. We'll close this down here in just a minute. Spin the wheel. Steve Wrongway says, when Ken Heron was testing some Road ID modules, it was broadcasting the drone location and the pilot location. Interesting. Like, I didn't see that video. I definitely want to go watch it after all this. I'm curious, like, is there just like one app to log into or one database to log into, or does each module have their own app that has a database? Like, how is the data being aggregated and like put into a place where someone can look it all up? Bitterroot, I didn't sign up. Well, good. I don't want you to sign up unless you want to sign up. Just be forewarned, and there's a question in the forum. You are required to pay for shipping. So if you're out in Canada, shipping costs are fairly high. Just want to make that known. One Vision Aerial, listening, but at work. Hello, everyone. Hey, how you doing? Athix, good morning, man. How you doing? Glad to see you here. Free Lojo, you're number 7. Number 7 on the list. All right, guys. 29. We got 29 people signed up. I'm going to close this down in just a minute. Let's see. It's 11:47. Let's give it to 11:50, and I'll close it down just to give people a couple more minutes to get in here and sign up. Athix, am I on it? I don't know. Go try to sign up. It'll tell you whether you're on there or not. You are on there. Yes, you are. You're on there. We got 30 people. Gen Pop sees camera on a drone-looking unit, and they have no idea if it's an HD spy cam or not. All I see is lens and think you're spying on them. Yeah, yeah. There's a... yeah. I've talked to people that think that that's the case, and then I show them what comes off the camera, and they're like, oh, you would have to be, like, knocking at the window to see anything into a room. Like, yeah, right? All right. let's see. No one's gotten ads today, right? I think I fixed that problem, right? No ads? Yay, nay? Define HD spy cam. That's a camera that spies on somebody. I don't know. All right. Would you be willing to use remote ID if you did not need to purchase any equipment? 57% of you said no. 42 said yes. I think depending on what is actually transmitted to the public-facing database, if it had no way for somebody to actually locate me or identify me, then yes, I would probably do it. If I didn't have to purchase anything extra, it was just worked with the equipment I had, aside from like putting a GPS module on my quad, which I'm okay with that. You know, it's probably not a bad idea to have it on there. Man, that was one tasty cup of coffee. That was really good. If you guys haven't, if you like coffee and you have never used an AeroPress, I highly recommend getting one and giving it a try. They're pretty cheap. They got some clear ones now. They're really cool looking. I mean, not that it really matters, but I would go with the opaque colored one like I have. It's a little bit cheaper, and I think they're a little more durable. But if you have not tried a AeroPress, you owe it to yourself to give it a shot. Especially if you like to just make a cup for yourself. If you're making a cup for, or like, if you're one of those person that makes a pot for the whole family, this is not for you unless you get like a specialty bag of roast that you just want to do like 1 or 2 cups of at a time. Then it's probably worth it. But it's a great way to have a cup of coffee. All right, let's go and close some of these windows down here. And let's see. Wheel of names. Let's go ahead and. All right. I'm going to close down the entry form for the giveaway here in just a minute. Kind of like the rubber mat special quads, though. I don't know what that means. Apex. Lone Star UAV, howdy. How you doing? Good to see you here. No ads, said Freelojo. Good. Oh, didn't get any. Anyhow, you must be a YouTube premium or you're using a pie hole. I don't ever get ads, but it says TK says no ads so far. Bork, no ads. BC rebooted. Did I miss it? No, you didn't miss anything yet. Fast with no special features. All right, guys. Closing it down. 543201. Entry is closed for the giveaway. Let's go ahead and make up the list here. And we're using the old wheel of names. Somebody knows what's next. Let's see. Ryan says, if I order some grip tape for design, could you use it to make a special order for the grips? Yeah, I don't see why not. Depends what the material is, but most likely yes. Mike Berger in Idaho just voted unanimously to abolish FBI and ban them from entering the state for official investigations. Idaho, really? Interesting. Morton Upshot, 42. You know how this works. Let's see. 4 and a 2. Okay. Yeah. You ordered a bunch of grips from me, didn't you, just recently? On my rando giveaway. Hope you liked them. Hope you got them. Should have by now. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and shuffle this thing up. And give it a spin here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Round and round it goes. Who knows? Let's see. Ooh, is it going to be Bobby Bags? Is it? It might be. There we go. Bobby Bags, congratulations. You are the winner of this 5-inch 3D thing that makes quad noises that are scary to the general public. Let's see. All right, congratulations. Mr. Bags, where are you at here? Bobby Bags. Let's see, questions, responses, individual. Let's see what he said here. Where you at? Where you at? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Mr. Bags says he does want to try 3D, and he does want to come set up for 3D flight. And thank you so much for being a premium member. It's greatly appreciated. Send me an email, tweefb@gmail.com, or I'll hit you up after the live stream, and we'll figure out the shipping information. Get this thing out to you. Congratulations, Mr. Bobby Bags. You are the winner. And to the rest of us that are waiting to see what happens with the future of our hobby, let's hold out hope. It's about all we have at this point. Let's see. Splinter, I just heard the document collector Trump is moving to Idaho to become a potato farmer. Let's see. Morton Upshot. There were some very funny entries last night. I thought I'd have a good one, but at least made me LOL for real. Sad killing Queen. How many weeks are we into IGOW now? It's got to be what? 4 or 5? Something like that? Week 5. Week 5. Very cool. All right, guys, it's 11:57. Coming to the end of the live stream. It's 11:57 where I'm at. Mr. Joshua Bardwell should be streaming here in the next couple of minutes. I assume there will be 0 remote ID chat on his live stream because it's not that big of a deal right now. Just remember, guys, we have about 68 days, so I don't know what the general population can do at this point, other than maybe just I don't know, keep contacting your congressman. I don't think it'll do anything. Bardwell is pro remote ID. I don't think he's pro remote ID. I don't think he's pro remote ID. I don't think he's 100% against remote ID either. I kind of have that stance as well. I'm not 100% against the idea of remote ID. I think it's an idea. I wouldn't say it's a good idea. It's definitely not being implemented the way I think it should be, or the way it should be. There's a lot more nuance. There's a lot more nuance to it than what is being put forward. No Bardwell. Oh, no Bardwell. Interesting. JB will need to comply. Yeah, he absolutely will be. The days of flight, doing a product review of a pre-built quad or of any quad, that shit's over with. So he's gonna have to put a dedicated remote ID module on each quad and register each quad. That's $5 for each quad. YouTube doesn't pay shiz. I'll give you one of those. YouTube doesn't pay that much. I'm sure he gets paid a decent amount from YouTube, but take $5 out of each one, plus potentially anywhere from, at least as of right now, $40 to $60, depending on what he has to do to make everything remote ID capable. And I don't know if you'll be able to remove a module from a quad, deregister it from that serial number, and move it to another one. The way everything sounds like, it will be one serial number quad, one remote ID module. Now, there's some smart ways to do this, if you're smart about it, if you know what I mean. But, I don't know. They've been trying to regulate airplanes longer than quads, if I remember correctly. I don't know the history of regulating recreational fixed wing. TK says it's good for you guys. It's good you guys don't try to push your views on your viewers. What does that mean? I don't know. He'll just fly in parking structure. Yeah, so that's another gray area. Is a parking structure, is it fall under FAA's jurisdiction? I would say not, because it's indoors. Indoors is any structure. If he put a freaking circus tent on his property, he could fly out in the circus tent, I would assume. You write off a lot of that stuff in his taxes. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe more bando flights. Yeah, you could fly indoors in a bando. But like, what if you're in a bando and you flew past, say, like a skylight opening where there's now no structure above you? Are you now under FAA jurisdiction? I think Bot Grinder is going to be the litmus test for all this stuff. See what happens. All right, guys, it's 12 o'clock. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to get out of here. Thank you all for supporting me, supporting the channel. Congratulations to Bobby Bags for winning this month's giveaway. If you haven't purchased any FPV radio grips and you want to, do it now, because the store is going to be closed all of July. We'll see you later, guys. And as always, stay positive. We'll get through this. Hopefully. See you next time.